want to see the return of the cannon rush, honestly. We have a new kind of worker start now, and I feel like these cannon builds might be more powerful. I just want to see a return of that, because honestly, it's more difficult to recover your economy at this stage in this version, with a slower start to pick up the pace. But it's not that difficult to get out a very fast cannon. So give me the forge. No. Give me the forge. Ah, it's a gateway as well. Yeah, but yeah, for a cannon rush, you probably would have already seen a probe go across the map here. But I feel like there should be some potential now. More cannon rush builds popping up, and even on the pro level there should be something to be done with those. The rise of the cannon. That's what we might call this patch in 2 years. People are sleeping on this, for example. Currently, no. We don't know yet. There could be some crazy things still in the work. There are most likely some crazy things still sleeping here on this one. This patch in general. A magnetic score on the way. And 1 gate for Zoun, double gate for Nightmare. Now, the interesting thing between these two players is the games I've seen so far from Nightmare in this patch version, he did produce out of normal gateways, and Zoun has been favoring warp gates. It's interesting that we see like a split in the Protoss player community, or in the pro scene from Protoss players, where some really only utilize gateway production and some only use warp gate as soon as they have the warp gate upgrade. Now the big issue in this particular case is, I mean, we already see the gate difference as well here, but in this particular case as well would be that the gateways for the warp gate player would be more expensive, because you need to invest at 25. It doesn't sound as much, but if you have that 4 times, it could be 2 units more. And sometimes that's all you need in PvP to snowball a fight, 2 units at the right moment. Oh, he's gonna make something funny with a pylon. Oh, so he's gonna play warp gate, yeah. You only need like a pylon now, and you can get the fast warp-ins again. Shade is gonna get blocked here. Oh, he still commits to the Shade, but he will be able... I think he's gonna die to the Stalker anyways, yeah. That's a good catch here for Nightmare. We do see a pylon indeed come down, but there's a funny location. Not sure what he's gonna make up there. Could actually go and transition into a different kind of tech, but maybe Zoun is playing a little bit too tech intensive here. Because we're gonna see a 3-gate attack just straight away here from Nightmare. Just make Stalker, make Bow. Make Stalker, make Boom. Already shield batteries here on the high ground. Oracle going across the map. I don't think this was seen by Nightmare. He has no clue that this is happening. And now the Oracle is gonna come in. There is a shield battery though. He can still damage through the shield battery, and oh, Zoun is gonna lose the game though. Can he kind of do this with the workers? Can he make something happen with the Void Ray? The shield battery is drained out of energy, but it will get recharged, so it's fresh again and can help some probes to survive. The Void Ray is here, it's gonna get focused down though, and nothing really remaining for Zoun. Maybe he went a little bit too technical. That pylon in the north, was it really doing anything? Not sure. Yeah, Zoun looks pretty depleted right now. Doesn't really have any money to make anything, only minerals left, and GG is gonna be called. So Nightmare does take the first one. Under 5 minutes even. I said it could be 50, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 5 minutes. It's not even 5. There you go. He said it can even be faster, and he just showed that to us. That was the first game. And who did take the lead? So I feel like Zoun was trying a little bit to be a little bit too fancy and kind of gambling on the point that he might have a little bit more time. And Nightmare was just like, okay, let's make Stalkers and go across the map and kill our opponent. That did work out in the end for Nightmare because he kept on producing Stalkers. And 3 gates above 1 gate production, even 2 gates. It's just not enough. He didn't have the Void Ray. I feel like these Void Ray builds might be a little bit more difficult to pull off these days because your economy is just so much weaker in the early game. Gateways, they don't cost that much. Yeah, so far, we're up 1-0 here for Nightmare. Bottom left, sorry, bottom right, we have Zoun, and the bottom left, we do have Nightmare. Streamer Zone against Onside Gaming. Map is going to be Rorschach. Interesting map for PvP. A lot of potential for shenanigans. Gold base all the way up in the north. Half gold, half blue here in the next to your main base. A close air situation, so a lot of potential for War Prism or Stargate play. A very interesting map specifically for PvP, I feel like. A lot of things that could happen. But no forge opening. I wonder if there's like a cool position to cannon anyways. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. There's no like super cannon move or something. It's not like your opponent is gonna go into like a nexus or something, right? So gonna be difficult to pull off anyways. I wonder if there's like a position somewhere behind the minerals or so where you can make like a cool cannon wall or so. Pylon wall like here, and then make a cannon over here and make that's 3 pylons. It's so much money. Probably impossible to pull off. I guess you could force a cancel on the gateway by making like a pylon over here and a cannon over here. So you force your opponent to cancel the gateway. It would be crazy. That's kind of crazy, yeah. But yeah, it would only work against a 1 gate opening because you don't mind to cancel the 2nd gateway. You'd have to. Zoun again, only 1 gate in this match. Nightmare with that double gate. It's gonna go unit heavy. Adepts first seems to be of his liking, a little bit cheaper and a little bit faster across the map. Some more scouting potential. There's a nice probe scout here. And now this is the moment. This is the moment where you go into the shadow and you throw down a pylon and you never look back. Until you have DT tech and warp gates. You warp in 1 DT and you win the game. That's the moment. But he did let it slip, I guess. Stargate here on the way. And the probe from Nightmare did get pushed out as well. Nightmare, by the way, one of the people who are pioneers of DT usage, more in the PvT matchup. And Zoun also is someone who likes to throw in DTs from time to time. I think it's a very good reputation to have as a Protoss player, so it's definitely a little bit necessary to do that here and there. But if you're known to kind of mix in DTs from time to time, I feel like it's a really good kind of threat to have to your name attached just to make your opponent play safer. But there was like the same issue, or not the issue, there was like a similar thing going on in StarCraft Brood War where Rain, who by the way is a champion in both games, does have like a reputation to do a lot of DT builds, but also a lot of Nexus first builds. So he's like kind of exploiting the fact of his reputation being, oh, he's making DTs, so I need detection. But then he goes Nexus first, So you're like, now I'm not even behind because of the Nexus first, but I'm also behind because I additionally made fast detection, which is not going to do anything because there's no ETs. But then if you try to counter the Nexus first, oh, this could be a break point here again. Oh, he just pops another Stalker there. The pylon is a little bit too late. There's a stasis trap here, which is going to catch a bunch of these probes. A Void Ray does pop. The second gate was faster this time, so he will be able to stabilize here. And I don't think he's going to lose too many probes. Probably... Oh, actually, he's losing a few probes. Not sure why the Void Ray is chasing. That should be here in the front. Stalker's not there as well. Void Ray coming back now. And loses one of these 2 shield battery setup. Gonna throw down another shield battery. 4 drones probes have been killed off. He did make this, no? We do have another stasis trap. This time it's gonna be a nice pull though. Only 1 probe getting trapped. Oh, he was a little bit too early there. Oh, that's a full wall. That's funny. He doesn't know this. You will see this now with these adepts. Oh, I guess. And he does have visuals of this area, so he knows if there's gonna be an expand coming at any point. But Nightmare says, alright, if I cannot kill you now, maybe I can kill you in a little bit, because I'm gonna actually tech up. So I'm gonna tech into another potential way to win the game here. I'm gonna give him another chance. Without just playing a longer game. Just taking the lead. He just wants to get a killing blow off. But his army hasn't been really growing that big in the past moments, so I guess he has the pylon here at the front, but yeah. His army is just not that big. It used to be a little bit bigger than the one from Zoun. Now they're kind of even. But I like the one from Zoun better because he doesn't have any adepts. He has a sentry for a guardian shield and he has a void ray to charge up if he wants to power down these stalkers if they ever commit. But we are gonna see Blink now, and some of the army is at home, by the way, for Zoun, because he needs to be able to, sorry for Nightmare, needs to be able to defend against these oracles. Double oracle coming in here, a lot of energy, but wow, instant turnaround here, pretty well done by Zoun, not taking any damage there. He'll most likely lose this gate here. He actually kills this himself, he's gonna come down and he's gonna fight before Nightmare's actually ready. He will be able to shade in 2 of the adepts, so 1 is very low. Can he actually get both in? Yes, he does get both in, but the oracles are there. Insta-kill on these guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy there. Very nicely done by Zoun. This looked very powerful, and he kills even some stalkers before Blink is done. That's not what you want to have happen here as Nightmare. You want to keep that contain going. You want to keep the army outside of that base from your opponent, and you want to have as many units available as possible for when Blink hits. And he even kills the proxy pylon, that's gonna supply block. And there's no pylon on the way. He's just gonna gamble. I think he's just gonna say, alright, I'm gonna lose a bunch of units anyways. Or is this guy going somewhere to make a pylon? I guess he makes one, but that's such a late pylon. He has 1 more on the way, but that's also late. Zoun is making a lot of stasis traps here. 3 stasis traps right now. Should probably go down and make a nexus very soon. Oh! Gold base. Does he take the risk though? No, not yet. Double oracle going across, so no additional stasis traps past these 3 that are sitting here right now. Stokes coming in, he doesn't know that there's the stasis traps and he doesn't see them. They're kind of hidden, like under the army. Oracles try to get in, but there's still some stalkers playing defense at home. You don't want to mess with those, and that's a nice defuse there on the first stasis trap. Can he identify more? Yes, very well done here. And now he could blink on top of the army and he's going to do so. He's going to catch the first immortal here, but is that the right call? He's going to shoot down the Void Ray as well. Can you win this fight though? I don't think he has the stalker count, honestly. 1 is stuck as well in transition here. And if you are stuck at home, they're coming across the map right now. They're a little bit slow. There's the warping pylon, and I feel like you need to start to utilize that as Nightmare now. But the oracles also came back, so he's gonna have another round of stasis traps here. And honestly, I don't see this do much for Nightmare. Gonna start to diffuse those. But that's buying so much time. Even probes being produced here right now for Zoun, who has already a bigger army. Take a look at the army count. There's 1 immortal and 17 stalkers. That's the only saving grace here for our Protoss player. There's another stasis trap. There's one more. This is actually 4 stalkers getting trapped. That's very big. And if he ever decides to blink across, I think he sees that there's one. But he's probably not gonna go there. Yeah, he tried to trigger it with 1 stalker, but that didn't happen here right now. So he's probably gonna move in this red one, which also did get killed off. Very nicely done here, and he kills the other one as well. Nightmare is not having a good day here right now, in this game at least. Zoun's micro and execution is just looking a little bit too superb here for a Nightmare to overpass. Surpass or overcome, I don't know. We can mix it. Of course, no blink here for our red Protoss player, but he has so many stasis traps. GG is gonna be called here. Nightmare cannot fight on any longer, and I did shrink. Only to appear again. That's bad posture. Yeah, that was game number 2, so 1-1 score. Trying to think who else is a Protoss player on on-site gaming right now. I think there's only actively Zoun, but Crank, who is the manager, is also Protoss. Yes, indeed. Okay, so let's go into Ruby Rock here. 1-1 between these guys. And onwards into the game. Okay, there it is. Top left, Zoun. Bottom right, Nightmare. It's got the super chin Protoss. Maybe it's a Zerg thing, I don't know. Looks like there's some cheese here. Looks like cheese to me. Maybe it's the DT. I don't know, man. It's like a spine thing. Ish. The Zoun has been favoring these 1-gate expand, or I guess 1-gate tech builds. And Nightmare has been favoring the double-gate attack builds. With the pushes. And without any tech. It seems to be difficult to squeeze in a Twilight Counselor these days in the PvP. Oh boy, Zoun going for a double gate the first time here. Now, interestingly enough, this could be just because he wants to expand fast. And you ask me probably, hey, why would you make 2 gates if he wants to expand fast? Well, because his opponent has been only showing double gate, so you can just make 2 gates, get the double sentry and double adept and try to throw down a nexus, play defensive, have the adepts threaten a run by, and utilize the sentries for force fields, guardian shields, scouting, and have some shield batteries back at home. And make sentry stalker and then just try to follow it up with more stalkers. Yeah, there is a game plan that looks like that, and which can be utilized here by Zoun if he decides to do it. See there, I feel like we're getting a double stalker here almost. No, it's gonna be 2 adepts for the best. Looks like that's the best option these days right now. And Nightmare is gonna scout this. He will already throw a pylon down on the low ground. There's a robo. Okay, that's interesting. That's different. It's gonna throw down a pylon potentially as well. What are you gonna utilize the robo for? It's so far back. This pylon is also gonna be very far back. Oh, he kills the probe. That's a big one. He's gonna come back and he's gonna check first, and then he probably decides if he wants to commit for a proxy pylon or not. So he sees no base. Does that mean no pylon? Just gonna keep the probe hidden for now. Oh, he blocks. Okay. Nightmare also, nice and quick on that block. There's the pylon, but ooh, that almost got scouted. Oh no, he needs to let it finish now. He cannot cancel it. That was a little bit greedy, I feel like. Maybe it was intentional. But now you need to commit to a prism to get the immortal out. There we go. And on the other side, Nightmare is just gonna throw down a Nexus. Oh, this is kind of crazy. So Nightmare is saying, alright, let's play Nexus and go into the Immortal later. He's gonna skip the Prism because he says he wants to play defensive with this one. So I can only imagine him, yeah, he's gonna get the Immortal. And that's gonna be it. The Phoenix actually does reveal everything. He sees the 3 gate, he sees everything that's on the way. And he's gonna make the Nexus. I hope he's gonna make a battery down there. Oh, he's actually fully walled. He didn't cancel his battery. That's a lot of money actually right now that he needs. If that battery, if he could have had that finished up here or anywhere, it would have been great. But now he had to kill it off to get down. You might as well cancel the Nexus at that point, honestly. The Immortal is kind of stuck here because the units are in hold position. One Immortal against an Immortal, a few sentries with this, against a few sentries. There's just a couple of Adepts that are more right now here. But the Adepts do not shade into the main base. Actually, one did, but there's 2 basically just sitting there. Like hitting each other. Prism was utilized for a warping round there. That Nexus is under a lot of fire. I'm not sure if Nightmare is going to be able to defend this one. He doesn't have that shield battery support down here. And he might have had one queued up, but which didn't make because he finished accidentally the shield battery on the high ground, and now he's starting to get pushed back quite a bit here. He's going to lose the Immortal, and that's the backbone of his army. The micro looking so much better here for Zoun. Kind of crazy, and he will be able to finish off this base, and now he can just go back if he wants to with a stronger army and make a play like the game from there. Take a Nexus himself. He has the money, but he would need to kill the pylon first, so he might as well just go for it. Oh, that's a good force field there. He needs to bring in the Stalkers from the low ground. Oh, no. But yeah, GG is called here. The Immortal had enough time to kill off every Stalker that was shooting at that war prison, but that was very clutch actually. It was almost Nightmare with a nice defense there. But so far, Zoun looking good here, taking 2-1 and the lead. Only 1 to close it out. Can he make it in? All right. So next map is going to be Fear and Faith. That's a 4-player map in a PvP. That sounds kind of crazy to me, honestly. Especially in this matchup where scouting your opponent intel is so much. of the game. How's that gonna go? It sounds a little bit crazy to me, doesn't it? Let's go into this one here. Almost loaded up. Here in 8th letter edition. And we have a 2-1 lead for Zoun. Of course, Nightmare can still bring this back here. Not necessarily that Zoun is gonna close this out yet. We don't know yet. It's a best of 5, of course. And in the bottom left, we do have Zoun. In the bottom right, we do have Nightmare. And this map is very special. Let's talk a little bit about the features of the map. First, you do have a small ramp. That means you can block this with 2 structures. You can make a pylon here and you can make a gate here and it is blocked. There's no way of getting in. Second, you do have a worker only path into your natural. But also for your opponent from natural up, so you could at any point get high ground vision. There's another worker path? Are you serious? Yes, Mapu. Yes, it is here. Down here, the pipe that dreams are made of is a direct connection between both players' bases. They do not know where each other spawn, so actually Zoun is going to scout in the wrong direction first, and Nightmare doing the same. Both players are going to utilize the pipe here, go to the north. Are going to scout the north positions. I wonder if they go to the right just because they can utilize the worker path, or if they're going to go cross. If they would go cross, it actually wouldn't be that great of a scout, but yeah, look at that. Lovely stuff here. Going through the tunnels. They might need... They might meet actually... Oh no, so Nightmare's going to go cross scout, I guess, now. Could be somewhere around here where the click is. I'm not sure. I can't see it. Maybe it just goes into the center and Zoun is gonna go right. Oh, okay. And Nightmare. Oh, for a second I thought he would be going with a second probe here, but he's not. He's actually making a pylon in the center. That's interesting. And there's a pylon blocking this position. Now, funny thing is, so Nightmare did scout top, and if Zoun comes in here and makes a pylon over here, he can warp into the base of Nightmare. Oh, this map is great. It's gorgeous. They already can only chuckle when I think about this Stargate in the center. This is getting so wild right now. Wow, are we gonna see a pylon inside the base? Are we back to 2000 and... Ah, he will reveal the probe. He will reveal the probe. Okay. So we're not back in Wings of Liberty yet. We still need to wait a few months, I guess. But maps like these do make this possible. Center Stargate. But yeah, on a 4-player map, difficult to find, right? I guess the center is quite obvious if you think about it. But you're not necessarily thinking about a Stargate right now. By the way, we are here on the New Yang City barbecue. Oh my G, OMG, OMG barbecue, BBQ. And we're also on Backwater Station where people come first. So there's the Shades coming in here. He did scout that this is a 1-gate build, and he did scout there is no like base nexus, right? So he knows there needs to be tech somewhere, but he doesn't know what it is. Oh, you can make a pylon. Come on, please, can you make it? No, he's oh, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Ah, now he reveals it. Oh god, not sure if I like this choice. The Oracle coming in here is gonna zap a few of those guys. He gets 2. And then the probes are gonna be pulled to the shield battery here. Now he's assisting with the Adept. That's so cool. Oh, but he almost loses the Oracle. Second Stalker only finishing right now. Zoun is not looking so hot yet. I feel like that went better for Nightmare. He's also in the worker lead right now. Still has the Stargate in the center. I don't think he made anything besides that 1 Oracle. We can take a look at the unit count. Oh, wait, there was an in-base Stargate here from Zoun, who's bringing in the Oracle right now. But there's a lot of Stalkers actually at home, and he will find that Oracle very easily right now. He's still gonna get to... Oh! One probe zapped and he kills the Oracle. Oh, that's so big. Now he can move out. He can kill these Adepts. He's actually gonna come with the Oracle and he should be able to kill these two. You can't really do anything against this. You need to shade away, but he should be able to moving shot down one of these at least. A little bit of a mistake though. He's gonna lose this Adept here, unfortunately. Might have been even 2 Adepts. Need to double check. No, it was only the 1, so it's not terrible, but a little bit. You don't need to kill it. You can go down. He's gonna make a Nexus now. But you could have basically gone to the top. You could have made him Nexus over here. He already has a probe down there. And I think that's exactly what Zoun is doing right now. He's going here to the north and he's gonna make a Nexus over here. Gonna play this like a 4-player map. I love to see this. This is so gross. This is what this is all about. Make it so weird. It has no potential to be a standard game anymore. But I think Nightmare is gonna start to scout for this. Oh yes. This is gonna be terrible. I love the idea. I love the thought process, but I feel like you even need to move into the top right. There's so many worker paths here, by the way. Oh, is he gonna go top right? No, he's gonna block this with the pylon. No. Go top right. He has an actual Phoenix, by the way. But Nightmare's not really going there. So he's skipping the scout, and in the end this could work out here. What's that one? You can also... He's not gonna make it, though. So he's gonna take his natural. He might take this later. Is he gonna finish the pylon? Yes, he does. This is such a weird, wild game already. PvP on a... Now 2 Phoenix are hitting each other. PvP on a freaking 4-player map with a lot of scouting paths, even from main to main. It's such a mess. I love it. Can Nightmare actually commit to a fight here? He kills the first Immortal after that pickup. That felt very strong. And he kills most of the tech units here. The Phoenix is still there, which can still do a lift. And it's gonna do so, but insta-snipe there on the Phoenix as soon as it does. And wow, Nightmare is just gonna push through here. I feel like that shouldn't have happened. Maybe a couple of force fields would have been enough. Did he have blink? Yes, he actually had blink, so maybe force fields wouldn't have been enough. But whoa, no shield battery, of course, so nothing really to assist here. That pick on the double Immortal, that was very powerful. That Phoenix needed to get sniped as soon as possible to get some more Immortal shots out. No shield battery, didn't keep the bro alive in the air. A few mistakes, a little bit too greedy by Zoun. And of course that lead that Nightmare played or got for himself with that Oracle, the first Oracle getting in and getting, what, 6 kills or something? Or 5 kills. So that worker lead kind of snowballing there to the correct moment for Nightmare. And we are up and 2-2 now. So the last map is gonna be played on Void Storm, and that's a 2-player map. So I think we're gonna see where everybody knows where everybody is. Not those crazy shenanigans like we did see earlier. But kind of lovely to see something like that. Oh, Voidstorm is a little bit of a weird one. Lovely to see an experimental map. And PvP as well. And here we go. In the bottom right position we do have Zoun. And in the top left position it is Nightmare. This is the last map of this best of 5. This one decides who will be going to RSL and who won't. Now let's have a quick look at the map. We do have a strange map. There's your natural base. Then you have your third base down here. Fourth base over here. There's like a double lane over here. There's a healing shrine, which could come into huge play in a PvP. And then there are these weird, you can see them here, like one mineral or 5 mineral patches. And down here, this one is funny. It's like these have like I think 300 or maybe 400 and 200, something around this. I think it's 300 and 200. So we have like what, 9 and 4. So a little bit more than 1,000 minerals here sitting there, in case everybody's gonna mine out. And of course you have the same thing on the other side. It's a funny way. We never have really had those on actual competitive maps. You see this in the campaign from time to time. We have those weird patches. There's like just a couple hundreds inside. Maybe it was even a little bit more, maybe it was 500 and 300 or something. Double gate opening here for both players. So far so mirrored. Good start into the last map. Well, I don't know. You guys tell me. There's a lot of probe movement around the map right now, but both players are kind of posturing to take that low ground expand rather fast. But we do see the double stalker for each of them. So super similar, super mirrored as of yet. No real diversion. And there's already, that's a funny wall. Yeah, can we make this more mirrored? Can we like actually give them the same haircut as well? And same shoes? Now there's the first diversion. We do see a Nexus and a double sentry here for Zoun. That means he wants to play a little bit more defensive. On the other side, a Stargate. This is not proxy though, he didn't see that by the way. This is an in-base Stargate over here. There is the proxy pylon, but he is not utilizing that yet. Might be able to catch a adept. Quite nice. But the other adept is gonna find the probe here on the way home. One adept makes it in actually, and he scouts the Stargate. Definitely a big mistake there by Nightmare. Can Zoun utilize that information to his advantage? He's going into a Robo, not sure if I like this choice. But he says Robo is the play. Let's see how that Immortal can shoot upwards. Oh, he's gonna cancel it and let the adepts in, but they don't commit to the shade because there's too many units anyway, so just gonna let them sit there. But now, with these stalkers coming in, he still needs a shield battery down here. I feel like he's playing this very risky each time because he's skimping on the batteries so heavily. He knows his opponent is gonna do something aggressive because he saw the Stargate. And no Nexus, of course. There's actually a Nexus behind this. Let's have a look if that was scouted. It is a slower Nexus. But yeah, it is there. And wow, is this getting killed off because he did not make a shield battery? Are you for real? So what Nightmare did there was very, very simple. If we take a look at the unit tab, there is no Stargate unit, is there? It's producing now. He's actually queuing up a Phoenix behind this. Bit of a mistake. I think that's the money he's missing right now, so he cancels this one. And yeah, he didn't actually he made a Stargate, but no Stargate unit. So he just kept on producing normal units and throw down his own Nexus, and Zoun was like, okay, you have like Stargates, so you're gonna attack me with an Oracle in the main base, right? No, actually not. He's just making a few Phoenix, a little bit delayed. But he did kill your Nexus, huh? He is super far behind here, Zoun, right now. He doesn't have a good tech against this. There is actually Phoenix and not Oracles, so Immortals are not great in this situation. And now he decides to throw down a Twilight. Very, very late as well. He takes another Nexus. Very, very late indeed as well. The cards are so heavily in favor right now of Nightmare. Just because Zoun decided to go. Like, he decided that Nightmare would make an Oracle, and he decided that Nightmare would try to push on the ground. Well, the ground push did come, but he didn't have a shield battery down there to defend. And the Oracle never came, so the shield battery in the main and him like posturing in the main to try to catch the Oracle, that just was no sense. That was nonsense, literally. And he's gonna lose another Nexus. Is this game gonna be over already? There is gonna be a Dank Shrine. Okay, so finally we see someone opening up the possibilities of infinity here. Cancel on the Nexus, but there's a Robo on the way, and that's gonna be on par with the DT Shrine finishing here. Whoa, unpowered all of that production. That also does get the reset timer stuck. And Nightmare says, okay, that was enough damage. I cancelled your base again. And I can just go home now. Because, well, you need to make something happen, not me. I can just go home. I can leverage my position. I can just get another 2 gates up and pump out a few units. And then you're gonna have a very bad time. While I'm gonna sit here with my 3 Phoenix and monitor every and each move of you. And if he ever pushes across the map, he still has 3 Phoenix to live 2 of these Immortals here. Oh no! Did he realize? Like he saw it? Did he realize? Then that's a DT Shrine. Yes. There's the Observer on the way. Oh no. Oh no. There's the first CT. And he's actually just walking around the map because like, I saw you have one. You're chrono boosting it. That surely must be an Observer, right? Well, it was actually an Immortal, but he still is gonna have the Observer in time. Getting more Phoenix, funnily enough. He's going up to 5 Phoenix now. So he can kind of go across and do some harassment with these Phoenix alone. Also, they're going to be super good in a fight. And they are going to be good against DTs. You can just... He could also push across the map as soon as he has the second Observer. And just keep the Phoenix at home. In case a DT comes in at any point, he can just pick that up and kill it. With the Phoenix super easily. And the rest of the army can just go across the map and kill your opponent. Because it clearly has too much. I mean, look at the army values and like the difference in numbers. We have the same mortal count. There's a small lead in adepts to that 1 DT, and then there's the same kind of sentry amount. I guess 1 more for Zoun, and then the same. The Stalkers are like 4 advantaged here for Nightmare. Yeah, he of course has these Phoenixes, which are completely unrivaled right now in this game. Nothing to deal with those really. Gonna scout out the army movement here, and yeah, I think the DT Shrine is not long for this world. This game has been a lot of punches into Zoun's belly, and his muscle was just not muscle. His belly muscle wasn't ready. Like, it was mostly fat that was there and not ready to absorb the punches. Now finally he's gonna throw a punch into his opponent's belly as well. But so far, man, Zoun was not ready for what was coming, and Nightmare he's gotten an insane lead at this point. He's gonna go into Third Nexus. I like that Zoun is trying the same. He's going into fast Third Nexus. Even though he's down 20 army supply. He's gonna throw down another Nexus. You can't tell me that's gonna happen, right? No. Surely not. Not gonna do like a super risky Zap. Over here, maybe? Like the worst Nexus ever. What is this guy doing down here? And he's pushing. What? Zoun? Hello? He loses the Observer now. Little dear Zoun. He will scout this army. And he still decides to push across. He has the DT. Okay, so he's gambling on this one. He has the 1 DT. If he can kill each and every observer, the robo, and the potential to reproduce another robo, and there's no oracle gonna be made, maybe he has the DT to win the game. He already has a pylon somewhere out here. He has a probe out here. He's gonna go for that pylon snipe here on first, and then he should probably snipe the robo. Gonna move in with more units, and in the meantime we do have a big attack here as well. Nice force field here is gonna kill all of these probes. Does not want to let any of this get away. I think that's some energy spent worthwhile here. The same is happening across the map as well here. And there's the DT. He keeps the DT hidden for now, because he doesn't want to have his opponent think about this. And this is the only observer, by the way. Excuse me. So he's gambling on that. But he already throws down a nexus. Is there a probe across? Yeah. And there's money for a nexus. He takes the main, and maybe the natural base, I think, would be a better place. Now both players did kind of kill all of their workers. Oh, you need to have the observer with the, like, some stalkers with the observer there, brother. You need to snipe that. The thing though is you can still lose the game even if you have an invincible DT, because you have 10 less stalkers. There's still some production facilities left over. He's gonna snipe these Phoenix here. That's a good start. And now all eyes on this guy. This guy is the most important dude in the whole universe right now. He's coming into vision, but that observer got immediately sniped by the Phoenix just going in. Now he cannot kill his opponent's observer, and the DT already died. Oh, the Phoenix coming in at the perfect moment, just super random. Wanted to pick up a couple of these stalkers, and they just fly by the observer. They just happen to be there, and this one happened to come in at that moment and just shoots down the observer but flying by. Now Zoun's idea is like, okay, let's heal up our units, let's be efficient, and let's kill the last nexus. Oh no, the recall. There's 2 probes left, but yeah, you can just defend now here. The funny thing is there's like a nexus here and there's a nexus there. So yeah, Nightmare doesn't know that this is here, and Zoun did see this one. But he has no choice. He needs to mine from this. He needs to kind of just ring around the rosy. But there's a stalker on scouting duty, I would assume. He's actually healing himself right now. Still has the observer. There's even pylons, like 1 pylon at least. There's gateways, there's still some tech. The Twilight is still powered. It does have one probe right now, and one is all the way across the map. But yeah, even losing any unit is very painful right now. He's gonna recall, but he will lose another stalker. And those units you can never replace here, Zoun. But he is in the position to potentially kill the Nexus. No way. Yeah. Oh, that's the last probe. He does have money for 1 more probe, but I don't think he's gonna be able to save the Nexus. But as soon as he can find... Oh yeah, he's not even gonna try it. He's on the check. He's like, where are you? So he will be revealed. And these are his last structures. No, are we gonna have like a... Are we gonna have a stalemate? Zoun is mining. He's producing probes right now. He needs to put a pylon. The Phoenix, it finds the pylon, it finds the probe, and it finds the Nexus. And now all in, all hands at deck. He also sees the absence of the army, and he knows the army from his opponent. Or like, even if he can just catch the army right now here. Oh, they're gonna run into each other. Oh, he sees the blink. He sees the blink. If he can trap this one, if you force fits, he's gonna catch 2 stalkers just like that, because he knows there was a blink. Even he saw the animation, and he just runs 1 adept across here. Zoun did stop making things, so Oh, he needs to cancel the pylon. He needs to cancel this. So he can throw down another nexus. He cancels the probe as well. He doesn't cancel the pylon, but he just loses the army. He can't take a fight. GG is gonna be called here. What a crazy game. What a crazy game to finish the series. Nightmare is gonna make it into RSL because of some randomness. I think he played this very smart, especially in the early game. And Zoun was a little bit too scared for his own good. What a crazy series there in the end to finish this.